Strike after strike, drones over the riverbank, artillery answering coordinates just relayed, missiles rising to meet threats in the sky. No pause between them, just a chain of engagements reshaping the map. Here's how each one happened. Three enemy soldiers made their way toward a building along the right bank of the Dnieper River, hauling logistics and supplies with them. What they didn't know was that a strike drone, operated by the Dnieper group of forces, had been trailing them the entire time. The operators held back deliberately, letting the men and their cargo disappear fully inside the structure before making a move. Then came the strike. Two drones, released directly at the entrance, tearing through the temporary deployment point and the ammunition and supply stockpile stored within. The personnel inside were neutralized, and with them, a planned troop rotation that would never take place. Further along that same riverbank, in the Kherson region, a quieter kind of hunt had been playing out. Airborne Reconnaissance had spent time tracking down an artillery piece hidden in a tree line, along with a drone control point buried inside a partially collapsed hangar, the source of unmanned strikes against settlements across the river. When the coordinates finally locked in, a 152mm 2A36 Giatsint-B howitzer crew was ready to move. From over 20 kilometers out, guided the whole way by aerial correction, they fired a series of strikes that ended both threats. The crew wasted no time afterward, weapon concealed, position abandoned, for a defensive line prepared well in advance. The pace shifted further north, in the Kharkiv region, where a returning enemy FPV drone gave away more than its operators intended. Fighters from the Vaka battalion, part of the Akhmat special forces, spotted it and made a deliberate choice. Instead of striking immediately, they watched. That patience uncovered several additional hidden enemy positions that had gone undetected until then. Once every location was mapped, the response came all at once. A coordinated strike using both Molnia 2 drones and fiber optic guided drones against multiple hideouts simultaneously. One enemy fighter who slipped past the opening strike tried to disappear beneath the tree canopy. It made no difference. The drone that had been tracking him found him regardless. To the south, in the Zaporizhzhia region, the objective wasn't a single position. It was an entire network. A self-propelled Giatsint-S artillery unit from the Vostok group of forces went to work dismantling a cluster of enemy drone control points, one signature at a time. Antennas mounted in place, personnel moving on the ground, reconnaissance drones and attack hexacopters lifting off in sequence. Each site was logged and passed along to a self-propelled crew waiting on standby. When the order came, the Giatsint-S opened up from a concealed position, sending high-explosive fragmentation rounds into every point on the list. One by one, the targets went silent. The final chapter of the day played out above Kharkiv, where the threat never came from the ground at all. A Torm-2 air defense missile crew from the 11th Army Corps, part of the Sever group of forces, had spent the day on round-the-clock watch, scanning the skies for exactly this moment. During a routine monitoring cycle, their radar and electro-optical systems picked up several fixed-wing drones closing in on their area of responsibility. The crew commander, call sign Taiga, gave the order without hesitation. Target lock, missile launch, and every drone was brought down before it could reach its target. Five operations, one thread running through all of them: discipline. Every time, it came down to restraint, waiting for the right moment, mapping the picture before striking, letting reconnaissance lead before firepower ever entered the equation. From the Dnieper to the skies over Kharkiv, this is a battlefield shaped more by patience and precision than brute force. As always, thank you for being here. We hope today's report brought you a little closer to understanding what is really unfolding on the ground. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next report.